I really thought Obama had better PR sense than this, but he recently came out at this speaking event and had the balls to claim that Trump is some sort of an authoritarian compared to him, with his track record during his administration. Yo, it's hilarious. You guys gotta check this out.
Imagine if I had done any of this. Let me just, I just want to be clear about this. Imagine that.
Oh, this is gonna be rich. Obama, the guy that made me realize the Democrat Party was a complete sham. By 2012, I was voting for Ron Paul, so I can't wait to see exactly what Obama would have never done, never gotten away with. Hey, hit that like and subscribe button if you enjoy watching these corporatists fall flat on their face.
Imagine if I had pulled Fox News' credentials from the White House press corps. You're laughing, but no, this is what's happening.
No, that's true. Obama upped the game. Obama would wiretap reporters and journalists in order to charge their sources under the Espionage Act. And apparently, he charged a record number. Isn't it crazy how the mainstream media couldn't even report on this on June 21st of 17 without throwing in the line, oh man, Trump could be even worse. He's probably worse though. He's probably going to be worse though. We should just, instead of focusing on Obama, we should just use Obama to focus on how bad Trump could possibly be. This is how an insider described it. President Obama has been unprecedented in his use of the Espionage Act to prosecute those whose whistleblowing he wants to curtail. The purpose of the Espionage Act prosecution in this context, however, is not to punish a person for spying for the enemy, selling secrets for personal gain, or trying to undermine a way of life. It's actually to ruin the whistleblower personally, professionally, and financially, and it's meant to send a message to anyone else considering speaking the truth to power. Challenge us and we will destroy you. But, at least he didn't pull some corporate news outlets press pass, right? Because having access to the White House briefing room is so much more important than freedom to protect your sources and whistleblowers.
Imagine if I'd said to law firms that were representing parties that were upset with policies my administration had initiated, that you will not be allowed into government buildings. We will punish you economically for dissenting from the Affordable Care Act or the Iran deal.
Let's just ignore the fact that it was actually Donald Trump personally who was prosecuted, not his policies. Let's ignore the fact that in order to do that, statute of limitations was violated, due process was violated, judges actually altered jury procedures of how these crimes are even supposed to be determined, especially when you're considering in the hush money trial case where the predicate crime, the felony that was supposed to be hidden, was never actually even charged or went through a trial. And the judge told the jury, because the only way they could even charge this is if those financial records were in the process of trying to hide another felony, right? And the judge told the jury, hey, don't worry about the felony that they're trying to hide. You could totally disagree on whatever financial felony he's trying to hide is. As long as you guys agree he's trying to hide something, how can you establish that these financial records were in the process of trying to hide another felony without first finding, charging, and taking that other felony to court? But we can skip all that, because while he might not have used the DOJ, he certainly used the IRS to target conservative groups all over the country. It was huge.
The IRS, what do they say sometimes, late than never, better late than never, now formally apologizing to Tea Party groups over this Obama-era targeting.
We will ferret out students who protest against my policies. It's unimaginable.
You know what's unimaginable? The fact that the Obama administration thought there would be an appropriate context to drone bomb American citizens. You know what's unimaginable? The Obama administration weaponizing multiple agencies to curtail free speech of political dissidents. But, at least they didn't crack down on people using the student visa system as a form of lobbying by organizing political action in this country to push for foreign interests. At least they didn't do that.
That the same parties that are silent now would have tolerated behavior like that from me.
Have we established the hypocrisy here? Do I even need to explain how stupid that statement he just made was?
So, and I say this not on a partisan basis.
No one's buying the act anymore. And maybe that's why even leftists now are blaming Obama for destroying the Democrat Party. A new book titled Fight Inside the Wildest Battle for the White House lays bare the wreckage Barack Obama left behind in the Democrat Party. A mess so catastrophic that one party operative summed it up with a simple but brutal verdict. Obama destroyed that shit. Published by William Morrow and Company and penned by the far-left journalists Jonathan Allen of NBC News and Amy Pons of The Hill, the book paints Obama not as a unifier or party builder, but as an egotistical leftist who siphoned off money, influence, and grassroots energy to feed his own personal brand, only to abandon it when the checks stopped rolling in. And that is exactly why Obama was the catalyst that turned that Tea Party movement into the MAGA movement into a huge new open tent Republican Party. Obama's entire argument at that speaking event only makes sense if you ignore both, one, he's a complete hypocrite to the point where he's damn near lying, and two, his own administration's corruption, the drones, IRS, all of it proved that Trump had to clean up that Obama-Clinton-Bush mess. And now Obama's trying to use the cleanup to deflect from his own authoritarian tendencies. What a joke, man. You know, the ironic thing is, I guess we should be thanking Obama and Biden because at the end of the day, they ended up being the best ticket the Tea Party could have ever had. You guys rock. I appreciate you, and I'll see you on the next one.